Hi, buddies, Yvette Magnell. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Um, as you can see the title of the video, I'm sorry, the title of the video, I want to come to you guys as my family and let you know how am I doing, how am I handling, and what's really going on, what's going on, everything. Well, I want to say it was a couple of weeks ago. I went to my foot doctor. And if you saw my YouTube video on Instagram, my I'll use my own example. My toe, my on my left side, my left side, left toe, it kind of comes up like this, and I have this like dot right here, and it really was black. And I don't know about it. I thought maybe a spider bit me, whatever, So that was it for a while. I think it was there since I met my husband, and I was just thought much about it. Try to take care of my feet as much as I can, wash up my feet, soap, the whole 9 yard and everything. And but I've noticed I had an accident a couple of years ago from a type of job I worked at, and I fell down, and so it had affected my left side. But prior to that, let me give you help you go way back. I was born with something called Chiari malformation, one of the brain. What Chiari is, Chiari malformation one is where the brain is bigger than the skull. So, like back of my head, back here, I would have pain, and it would kind of sense like it would swell up a little bit, but I would know it would swell up. It just basically, I would have like headaches and pain. And I was born with it because my mom had me. I was a premature baby. I was born 2 months early, and I was what you call a blue baby. So I had no oxygen going to the brain whatsoever. And we can see Socks, she loves to be part of the show. So anyway, long story short, in 2010, I was diagnosed with Chiari malformation of the brain. And that journey was very interesting. My health took a lot, it took a turn when I had memory issues. I had pain in my head. My head was like really the worst pain. It's not like having a headache. It's not like having a migraine. Chiari malformation is no joke. I met people who have it and said it's a rare brain, um, like tumor disease, whatever you want to call it, but it's a very rare thing to have. Not a lot of people have it, and those who suffer with Chiari malformation, my heart goes out to them. I met a lady who was in a wheelchair uh, back in 2000, I think 16, 17, and she had Chiari malformation. She had to wear, she had spinal cord injury with it and everything, and she wasn't able to walk. She had to be in a wheelchair. Well, this Chiari malformation 1, 2, and 3, and I was diagnosed with Chiari malformation 1. Um, that's one journey I went on, and you see me smiling, and it took a toll on my life for a while. It really did. I was told, brain surgery is the only way to cure it. When I found out about that, I was really a young mother at the time with three young boys, and I just wanted to get it over with. My God's doing something. And so she's something else. So moving forward, from 2010, found out I had it. Got married 2011, and it would send me to the hospital. And when I was in the ambulance, when they picked me up and stuff in the hospital, pick me up in the ambulance, my symptoms would just vanish. They would just vanish. Doctors couldn't explain it. Once they knew I had Chiari malformation, they said, "Oh, you have Chiari malformation when you have brain surgery." And I was waiting to see a neurologist. I saw a neurologist, and he says, "I don't want to touch it because of your Chiari malformation one, it's very deep in the brain, and it's like give you an example. It's like the back of my head, and I have a lot of hair, thank God. It's like cutting all the way into the brain and open it. So it was not an easy procedure to be done. I went through a lot. Then in 2000, I want to say like 2017, I was diagnosed with epilepsy, and I used to have seizures and stuff. And I thank God so much that He healed me from that. They would have me on a bunch of medication. When I meant medication, I was like taking about 18 pills or 20 pills a day, 3 times a day. And they would give me the wrong doses of medication. So they were overdosing me. And when I was rushing to the hospital, doctors were like, they would pour the pills out. And look, my husband says, "Is she taking all of this?" And they're like, "Yes." Who is her doctor? And then I'll tell my doctor's name. Then I had to go see my neurologist. And she said, "Let's try this medication." It got to a point where I felt like I was a guinea pig, and I just told my husband, we cried together, we prayed together, and I said, "You know what? I can't do this anymore. I am done." So we talked, and we were like, when you were taking your first medication from the seizures, what really helped you? And we narrowed down to 3 medication. I had no side effects. I was doing good until all of these 8, 10, 12, 14 pills came in. So I just stopped taking what a doctor was giving me, and I took three pills. Um, I started taking them like 3 times a day. I know it's a big change. I wasn't being rushed to the hospital. My symptoms began better. You know, it was like I didn't have seizures anymore. And I walked in the doctor's office, and she was like, "You look different. You're walking good and everything. What did you do?" And I just bluntly said, "I got off your drugs. I'm not taking your drugs." And I was always blunt with her in a respectful way, because this my body is temple of God. This is my temple, and that God's given me, and I want to live a long life. So that journey went on. Then the doctor said I had spinal cord injury, and it was just a lot of things was happening in my life. Working in this one job, I worked there for a while and injured myself there, and that's a long story. That's something another video. But to kind of give you a journey of who Yvette Magna is, who's Yvette Diamond, what I've been through in my life, I want to share with you, because if you know somebody who has gone through this or is going through this, just let them know they're not alone. They're not alone. But any type of medical situation, any type of disability, people tend to look down on other people. And I want to share too that while I was going through all this stuff, looking at me, you would say, "You don't have a disability, you look fine." And on the line, people have disabilities and it's not showing. And when you do have a disability and it's showing just a little bit, people discriminate against that person or treat them differently. And we should not do that. Okay, now let's get down to the basic. So I was on disability for a while. I started feeling really better and everything. I called for disability because I had injured myself. Moving forward, um, I went back to work around 2020, I think it was 2020, 2021. And work was doing good, no seizures, driving, everything. And I thank God for that, I was able to drive and stuff. Um, and I worked like 1, 2, 3, 4. I had like 4 jobs within a 5, 6, 8 months period, because I was like, I wanted to go back to work, but I was kind of settling. So I was trying to find out what God wanted me to work at. I didn't really go to Him. I was kind of I just wanted a job. I wanted to feel needed. I wanted to feel important. So I just got a job. Now, the job I have now, I'm very, very happy with it. But that is just not who Yvette is. That this job I'm working right now, I love it. I love my coworkers I work with. They're wonderful people, but I know that God's called me to make an impact, and that's a cat. She's just having a field day. So long story short, I was really having foot pain, and I looked at that as maybe because of falling down, and I hit this side. And I figured, well, that's what's causing my foot pain. So long story short, I said, you know what, let me go see a foot doctor and everything. So I did. Went to see the foot doctor and everything. And like I said, he saw just like, if I could pretend this was my foot, it was right here. It was like a black mark right here, little like a black dot. And he said, how long you had that for? I said, I don't know. It's been there for a long time. I don't pay attention. My husband would massage my feet, give me pedicure and all that kind of stuff. So it was like a lot of fun. He says, you mind if I take a sample of it? And I said, I have no problem. So what he did, he took a needle and he used this nail thing. If I was the size like this, or maybe a little longer, he took a needle and he put some stuff on it, clean that area, and he numbed all here and all there. So he numbed that, and then he went in and he kind of scraped all this area of my feet. He scraped all that, and I didn't feel anything. And then once he got a sample of it, he bandaged it up and everything. And I asked him, should I go to work that day? Should I stay home? He said, if you want to, I'll write you a note to stay home. Well, everybody who knows Yvette, I am a person, I don't know how to say no. I don't know how sometimes. I'm always thinking about my coworkers. I'm always thinking about, well, are they short? I'm always thinking about, you know, my family income. How can I how can I help my family? And sometimes I tend to put myself last instead of putting myself first. God's first, then I put my family second, and then maybe I put myself third. So I'm working on that with God's help. So anyway, working, got the phone call, and I missed the phone call. I got a text, and I saw it from the doctor. And I read it, but I didn't understand the text. So I called him back, and he said, "Hi, this is Levi." I said, "Yeah." He says, "I'm the doctor that looks at your foot and everything. And I just want you to know I found this, this, and that." And he was just talking about, mm, it was just in medical terms, which made no sense to me whatsoever. So I basically got to the point and I said, "It's a cancer." Just bluntly said, "It's a cancer." And he says, "Well, what it is, it's not cancer, but what we want to do is prevent it from turning into cancer." He said it was precancerous. And I said, okay. But when you hear something like that, you don't hear pre. I went from pre to cancer. And I was at my own job and I was working. I couldn't function. All I did was cry. I could not function for the life of me. I thought about my relationship with God. I thought about my relationship with my husband. I thought about my relationship with my children, my grown children, my cat, my pastor. Everything hit me so hard. And he said, "I want to take care of this as soon as possible." And so the nurse called me back and she said, "I want to take a picture of send me a picture of your foot so I can email to him and we can let you know when he wants to do the procedure." He said, "You'll have light sedation, but you will have to be off your feet for a while." So I don't know when we're going to be doing the surgery. I don't know how long I'll be off my feet. So in the course of all that to say, I have just been pampering myself. Yes, I get in my word. I'm trusting God. When I got that report, I didn't trust God. I didn't have no trust. I was this emotional wreck. But I remember it was like my pastor texted me, my sister in church, I text them both, and they were there for me emotionally. My husband's there emotionally. And I was like, you know what? I've got to tell my son, do I keep something like that from him? And I said, you know what? I can't keep that from him. I'm a blended family, so I have 5 grown children. I mean, grown that they're still my babies, okay? So 1 no and 4 don't know. And I keep it that way because I don't want to worry them. And we think, oh, it's not cancerous. And you might say, well, why don't you tell them? It's not complicated, but it's this decision I have made. Um, I will say that my family are very supportive, very helpful, are there for me and everything. So when you haven't seen me making a YouTube video, I've been working a lot of hours. I've been working like 7 days a week and stuff. And I have decided when I found that out, I told myself, okay, you need to go back to having 2 days off, do your videos, spend time with God, do your videos, and start doing things that make you happy. And the reason I'm sharing this with you, because I want you to know who I am, what I've been through in my life. Because if you have been through the same thing or are going through the same thing, I want you to be able to know that you're not alone. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of who Yvette Diamond is and the things that I have been through in my life. But how can I say it? Am I afraid of the surgery? I was. But God has really given me a lot of peace concerning the situation. He's given me peace to know that He's my healer. He's my comforter. The Holy Spirit is my comforter. And through it all, I'm gonna get through this procedure. You know, um, and I believe that. I truly, truly, truly believe that. And I want to share this with my family. If even one person look at this video, or two, or three, it does. I don't look at a number. I'm a transparent person. This is who Yvette Magno is. This is who Yvette Diamond is. I want to be the real deal because whoever's going to watch this video, whatever medical condition or report you got from a doctor, I want you to know if God can give me the strength to be strong, if God can help me to not give up, if God can be there for me, He can be there for you. You may say, Yvette, I'm not a religious person. I don't have a relationship with God. It is not my cup of tea. I'm here to tell you, my relationship with Jesus is more than a cup of tea. It's not a cliche. He is there for me. And just like he's there for me, he wants to be there for you. But you know what? You ever have a relationship, like, you have a friend and you guys know each other, you're kicking together and you talk to each other, you know each other, you know when that person's happy and sad. Jesus knows when what you're going through. He knows when you're happy and sad. And I want you to know, no matter what you're facing, what you're going through, he's there for you. You may not want to have a personal relationship with Jesus. You may say to yourself, you know what? I don't want to be religion. I tried being a Christian and it didn't work for me. What I'm here to tell you bluntly, I'm not religion. I am a believer in Christ. You're looking at a woman right now. I should have been dead a long time ago from having so many seizures in the past. They weren't grand mal seizures. There were seizures where I just, and I'll go in detail about that soon. But it's because of God's grace and God's love, I am still alive to this day. And yes, I'm going to tell you something personal. I am 55 years old. I get a lot of my job from my coworkers when they hear I'm 55. They're like, "What? You thought you're like in your 30s?" And you know what? I give God the glory and I give Him all the praise because I've been through a lot. He's took my lifestyle has taken so much stuff has happened to me that I'm able to stand. I'm able to give Him glory, give Him praise. Would I change the things that I have been through my life? No. Why I say no? Because everything that I have been through has helped me to become the woman I am today. And it's going to help me to become a diamond, help me to become that Proverbs woman, help me to become a woman that's going to impact many more young women today, help me to impact young men to be young men. And I don't know who this video is for tonight. And, I wasn't really planning on making this one, but I want you to know whoever you are, and you're watching this, and this video touches your heart, I want you to know that you're not alone. No matter what report the doctor gives you, whose report are you going to leave? Even if the report is negative, you need to fight. You need not to give up. You need to know that you are a fighter. You came into this world fighting, screaming, crying, and you're here, and you are a miracle from God. Just like you're a miracle from God, I am a miracle from God, and I want you to know you can do it. You can do it. So all I'm saying is I will keep you up to date on when I am going to have the procedure done. I already contact the nurse and everything. She has pictures of my feet and everything. Um, and we're gonna go from there. And first, you're probably wondering, what about your job? What about work and everything? You know what? Work, the surgery is not having. I haven't had the surgery yet, so I cannot worry about the surgery. Once I have to see the doctor and we talk about the surgery, the date and the time and what's to be done, I'm gonna ask him all that questions as far as like how long would I be out of work for and everything, and how am I gonna handle that? So I want to share that with you and let you know that God's got me. Whatever you're going through, He got you. And have a blessed night. This is Yvette Magno, Yvette Diamond. Just be blessed. And don't you dare give up because you're a fighter, just like I'm a fighter. Thank you for watching my channel and thank you for listening. You are blessed and you are highly favored. God loves you and you are very important to me.